Just less than 24 hours since the end of the Republican debate, and so far the highest marks seem to be going to Senator Marco Rubio, Senator Ted Cruz, and Governor Chris Christie, with NPR declaring Rubio, Cruz, Christie improved their standing in third GOP debate. While Breitbart reports Chris Christie has a breakout night at the GOP debate. The Washington Post touches on Senator Cruz's big moments, writing that Cruz wins social media in GOP debate, and here's a couple of the moments getting the most attention.
Are we really talking about getting government involved in fantasy football? We have, wait a second, we have $19 trillion in debt. We have people out of work. We have ISIS and Al-Qaeda attacking us. And we're talking about fantasy football? Can we stop?
You know, let me say something at the outset. The questions that have been asked so far in this debate illustrate why the American people don't trust the media.
Someone has convinced you that attacking me is going to help you. I'm not running against anyone on the stage. I'm running for president because there is no way we can elect Hillary Clinton to continue the policies of Barack Obama.
I think there's a bigger...
And we're back now with our panel. All right, so let's just go through those three since people are saying they won. How many people think that Ted Cruz won that debate? How many people think Marco Rubio won it? Wow, so Marco Rubio clearly has the majority. Now, how many people here think they're going to vote for Marco Rubio? And how many people think they're going to vote for Ted Cruz? How many people think Chris Christie? Donald Trump? How about, who's the next one? The next one? Jeb Bush. Jeb Bush. There you go. You and the coroner. Oh. You're still with Jeb.
Yeah.
Tell us why.
He has the best economic record in the field. He has the best pro-growth economic plan. Look, in 7 years in the Obama economy, wages are still stagnant. People have left the workforce. We need to be electing the candidate who has the best ideas for our economy, not the one who has the most entertaining insults, who's the most entertaining. That's the person who we need to pick. And in my mind, Jeb Bush is the one who can fix the economy.
Oh, they're fired up. Yes, okay, go ahead. Bishop, let's start with you.
The problem with that, at least from my perspective, is, you know, Jeb Bush poked the bear last night, and you could just watch the life drain out of him.
The bear swatted back.
The bear swatted back, and he just melted.
You're talking about Rubio. How significant do you think that moment was?
I think it's for Jeb.
Oh, wow.
It's a game ender. And let's be clear here. And for every mom out there, if you don't understand who Jeb Bush is, he's one of the originators of Common Core. Yeah. I felt like last night Marco Rubio stuck a fork in that candidacy, and it's over. I'm waiting for him to drop out so we can see those points go to someone who deserves them. He can't be our next president. We've had enough Bushes and Clintons. It's time to let that go.
Wow. And
I agree with the first comment. Jeb Bush is qualified, yes. He does have a great history, yes. He has run a government, yes. But, like this young lady said, he was originator of Common Core. And
that's
also,
big for you. That's
do
big for
we
you, Common
want
Core.
a Bush-Clinton face-off? I don't think so. I think we need a fresh face to go after Hillary.
Okay, but what about Ted Cruz? Because he's done solidly well in these debates, but he hasn't really, sort of had his moment. Do you think this is his moment?
He's another senator.
I think
and we've had 8 years as a senator.
He hates Washington.
Yeah,
he hates it more than you hate it.
I think he has problems with mainstream electability.
He does?
That's the problem. He's not.
Does that matter to you?
I think it does in terms of picking the candidate who is best able to win the mainstream middle America swing voter, and I don't think that is
Who do you
Ted
think
Cruz.
that is?
I think it's Marco Rubio, because the Republicans are looking for the next Ronald Reagan, someone who exudes optimism.
You know the objection to Marco Rubio, apart from the fact that he's missed some votes in the Senate. Immigration. For whom is that a deal breaker here? Kat.
Yes.
Why? You like Trump.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of mainstream electability, we're talking about a guy that has 100% name recognition, who is internationally known for strength.
Trump.
And most of these polls, Megan, do not include the independents that are coming out to these rallies that he's having everywhere. Even Democrats. Diamond and Silk are two young black women who are running a registration page called Ditch and Switch. They're telling people to drop the Democrats and let's get on board with the Trump train. That's mainstream.
Go ahead, Scotty.
This is what I don't understand. We're 13 months out. Let's do a reality check here. Why are we all getting on one person? When you have 17 people and their grandmother running for the candidacy, there's a good chance your guys is going to be out.
Who do you want out? Who do you think you should drop out?
No, I think we need a team right now. I'm sitting here trying to encourage people. We need a conservative team. We need people like Trump and Cruz and Huckabee.
You can't have a team.
But
You only get one.
Right now, but 13 months out, we need the team.
Yes, you in the back, sir.
Well, I was going to say, my criticism of Rubio, for as much as everybody's excited about the way he responded to Jeb, that was a rehearsed answer. So everything that I heard from Marco Rubio last night sounded very rehearsed. Chris Christie's focused on the economy and focused on security, and that's what I care about.
What about Chris Christie? For those of you who thought Chris Christie did well but are not prepared to vote for him, why?
I thought he did well, but
you live in New Jersey?
Here's the problem with Chris Christie.
Do you like him?
I live in New Jersey. Do I like him? Look, Chris Christie had a great moment yesterday, but unfortunately, Chris Christie is not a conservative. He is not. He had a great moment, and he did when he called out that guy and said that's rude. It is. He was saying the right thing. That guy was rude to him.
Who do you want to drop out? Yell it out. Kasich and Rand Paul. Any others?
Anyone who's polling below 3%.
Anyone polling below.
If you're polling below 3% nationally, say goodbye.
Graham Jindal. Oh, I'm talking about the upper card debate. With all due respect. Okay. Wait. How much time do I have? Okay, we have a second. Carly Fiorina, what about her? Needs to go. Harsh. Does not need to go.
That was the one thing last night that disappointed me. CNBC knew her record, and they did not push her when she sat there and used the same talking points that were disproven after the last debate.
Why?
Because when you're sitting in your stock loses 60% for their stockholders, and 24,000 people are out of jobs, and you sit there and you take the biggest severance package ever, and you claim that was a success.
She better hope you do not moderate the next GOP debate.
Yes, you're right.
Go ahead, you in the front.
Easier said than done. I mean, when you're a CEO of a large corporation, you have a board to report to. If you're in business, you have people to report to, so you can't just blame her. And again, there's politics in the board, and there's certainly politics.
But she keeps making the point. She keeps making the point that she can debate Hillary Clinton like nobody's business. Do you believe that? Nobody's going to want to watch that.
Remind them of their ex-girlfriend debating their ex-wife. I mean, it's not going to be a great
thing. Hillary the way no other man can.
Haven't considered that. Oh, we're just getting fired up, but we got to go because we have another.